It's Power 106. Yes, go. Let's go show. Man, it is an absolute honor. We've been waiting for this moment for the first time ever on the show. The one and only NBA champion, NBA All-Star, Rockford's very own Fred VanVleet. What's up, brother? How you feeling?
Man, I'm good, brother. Thanks for having me.
Oh man, thanks for coming on the show, man. How does it feel, bro, to be introduced like that? Like back on draft night, and somebody told you by 2022 you'll be introduced as NBA champion, NBA All Star. What do you think your reaction would have been back then?
That sounds about right to me. But at the same time, I'm happy. I'm happy to be here, and I'm honored and blessed and lucky to be, at this point in my stage of my career. But that sounds about right. I like how that sounds.
I like how it sounds too, man. And you deserved it and you earned it, man. That's one thing. One thing I love about you, Fred. And I know all Rockford can rate. You are blue collar, bro. You earned everything that you got. Starting way before draft night, man. I've read stories about how. You used to work out, do extra workouts like before school, man. Can you tell us about that and let these young hoopers out here that look up to you, let them know about all the work it took you to get to where you are today, man?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely put a lot of work in. Since I was a kid. That's kind of been the story the entire time. So there was a lot of stuff I missed out on as a kid, and people that grew up with me, they kind of know how I was back then. But yeah, I think if you want to take it serious, you got to put a little bit extra time in, and sacrifice a lot of the other stuff. But everybody path different, so that was my story.
Yeah, yeah. So, do you think that's what helps separate? Because when you're a part of a team like high school sports, everyone goes to practice together. But that extra bit of work, those extra workouts, those extra hours, that's what really separates and helps young athletes.
Yeah, absolutely. That's always going to be the separator is, how much work you're willing to put in because, just simply thinking about it, if you work harder, you're going to have more time in, more skills. Over time, you're going to be better than somebody that wasn't. So it's a mental thing, but it's also just developing your skills at a faster rate, too.
Absolutely, absolutely. Rockford's very own Fred VanVleet. Of course, all our young hoopers out here, man, they can get some work in this weekend. We're kicking off the FVV Fest. Tell us a little bit about this fest. When did you guys start it, and why is it important to you to have this fest for your hometown, man?
Yeah, so we've been doing it for a couple of years now. Obviously, the last couple of years we missed because of COVID, but essentially just want to do a basketball camp, but also an event to kind of bring out the kids in the community and together and allow a lot of the sponsors and business people in Rockford to associate themselves with the camp and kind of merge and put their feet down in the community. So I think it's just a dope event overall, and we've had success with it, the past couple of years.
Yeah, and kicks off Thursday with Bet on Yourself Bowling at the Cherry Bowl. How's your bowling game looking, bro?
I'm decent, but I probably need to go practice a little bit before this weekend so I can go put a good performance together.
Absolutely. And then Friday night, we have the Fred VanVleet experience at Auburn High School. Tell us a little bit about that. Everyone's going to come out. I know we're going to have a 3-point contest, right?
Yeah, for sure. So there'll be a couple contests. Everybody get together, and then obviously we got the different vendors and different activation stations, like we did in past years. So just something different, some for the kids to do. Obviously, it's not for everybody, but the people that have showed up in the past, they enjoyed themselves. So it's a good event.
Now, you have some 3-point contest experience from the All-Star game. Any advice out there?
Nah, because you could practice all you want to, but as soon as it starts, it's real. It's
Dude,
real.
obviously you're talking about a start. That first shot in your first 3-point
Yeah,
contest, man. You know what
yeah,
I love about it, Fred, is the fact that you tweeted it, and I mean, you gotta laugh at yourself. I mean, dude, how many people
yeah,
can say they did that in the All Star? You're still there. You were
yeah,
still in the
yeah.
NBA All
I'm
Star 3-point contest.
I'm having fun with it. I was definitely disappointed, but I was nervous. I ain't never been nervous in my life. That was my first time being nervous. So
Right.
I'll admit it. I won't do it again, but they got me. They got that one off.
They got what on you, man. What was it that made you nervous? Was it just like, holy crap, I'm really here? Was it plus the fact that it was like the 75th, anniversary players there? So what do you
Yeah.
think it was with the nerves?
I don't know. I think I was taking it too serious. Like I really wanted to win. So then
Right,
as soon as it said
right,
3, 2, 1,
right.
it just everything just kicked in. I was like, dang. But like I said, I did that. You know what happened, and they won't catch me again.
Hey, you still broke the record for a three-pointer record for the Raptors, so I believe you could hit and knock down the threes, bro.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No question, no question.
Hit it when it counts, man. Hit it when it counts. Speaking of that All-Star Weekend, before we get back into the fest, All-Star Weekend, did you get a chance to meet any of the 75 greatest players? Was there somebody you're looking forward to? How much interaction did you have with those legends, man?
Yeah, we spent a fair amount of time. Just being in the same room was good enough for me. So I definitely, shook hands and introduced myself. George Gervin gave me a lot of love, and we had a nice short convo. But just to be in that room was just, it's a blessing.
It was awesome, man. Yeah, the Iceman, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
Right. That finger roll, dude, legendary. Yeah.
Right.
So back to the Fred VanVleet Fest. Kick it off this week, Saturday and Sunday. Like you were talking about, putting in those extra hours. The young hoopers out there putting in that extra work. They can get work this Saturday and Sunday. The Fred VanVleet Summer Camp, Auburn High School. Tell us what's going on at the camp.
Well, we usually structure our camps the same. We're gonna do it the same we usually do. We're gonna put a little work in on warm up. Get some skill work in the morning, work on your fundamentals, and then probably let them play a little bit, have some competitions. We got a lot of prizes coming this year. We've had a lot of people reach out that wanted to help sponsor this event. So I think we can come up with some cool surprises and prizes for some of the contest winners. So we'll do a bunch of competing in the afternoons for sure.
And all our listeners want to know, will NBA champion, NBA All-Star Fred VanVleet, will he get out there on the court with the kids a little bit, put some work in?
Oh man, the way I'm feeling today, I don't know, but we'll see, man.
You're already putting in that off-season work, huh?
Yeah, we'll see, but I usually do, so I can't. It depends. The kids, they like to trash talk now, so I'm sure I'll get baited. I'll get baited into getting on the court this weekend.
Right. Yeah. So is that what gets you? What motivates you on the court, man? Are guys big talkers, or where do you get? Does that give you a little extra boost?
Yeah, for sure. But I think I'm always on point. But if somebody talking, obviously that's just that's easy. That make it easy.
Absolutely, dude. I love it. Now, how do you? Yeah, I know Drake is always on the sidelines at your games, and he's doing a lot of talking for you guys. Do you guys enjoy Drake doing all that talking for you guys?
Yeah, he be going crazy over there, but that's he usually just talk to the other team. So I think it's an advantage for us. He trying to distract the players, and he definitely doing that.
Yeah, that's good, man. That's good. Now you said you're already doing your off-season work. So what do you every year, man? Every year, Fred, you always improve, man. Every year you step it up, you improve. Is there something specifically you want to work on this off-season, or what are you looking to improve going into next season?
I just try to get better every year, in all areas. So I pretty much work on everything. That's why that's like a hard question to answer. But I think I always can be better finishing around the rim. Work on the floaters and things like that. But I never seen a perfect basketball player, so I'm just keep working.
Yeah, no doubt, man. We like that. Like I said, bro, you earned everything. We know you're gonna be even better next year. How much time do you take off? Because a lot of noise was made by Anthony Davis saying he ain't shot a ball since April. So how much time is like a normal time from the game away basketball? Because you have to have like a little break, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I think every player is different, right? So there's some guys that there's a lot of guys that do that. What I heard AD say, there's a lot of guys like that, but there's also guys who will probably take a week off or 2 weeks off. You know what I mean? I think it's just it depends on the individual. Me personally, I like to at least 2 weeks off. Nothing. You know what I mean? Just chilling, let the body reset, and then get back to it. But this year I was injured, so I didn't really have a choice. So probably like the first 3-4 weeks, I couldn't really do nothing. And then now I'm getting back in the field.
Yeah. How is your health, man? I know because like we went to see you play in Chicago. I noticed that big brace on. I was like, well, dang, that ain't good. So how you feeling, man? What's going on with the health wise?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. That's just the wear and tear of the season. Play a lot of games. I play a lot of minutes, so that's just the wear and tear. But I'm feeling pretty good right now. I'm feeling strong and healthy, and continue to manage that as the summer goes on.
Yeah, absolutely. Rockford's very own Fred VanVleet, NBA champion. Since speaking of your health, do you think because from a strictly like NBA team standpoint, obviously the past 3 years have been crazy for everyone in the world, but the Toronto Raptors had it different than other NBA teams. 2019, you guys win the championship. I think you start the new season, the pandemic hits, then you go into the bubble, and then you guys start a whole nother new season, but you guys play in Tampa Bay, and then you start another season, you still have no fans at home in Toronto. So, do you think that had any effect on you guys as a team and your health-wise? Because it's a crazy schedule.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think the entire world was affected, by what the last couple of years has presented us. But at the same time, I think ours is just specific to us. We had to do a little bit more moving around. So I definitely feel like that's played a part. It's a lot of basketball, especially coming off a championship season. And then to have all of this uncertainty. And I mean, we still don't even really know the effects of COVID at this point, but that could change your body a little bit as well. So I think it played a part, but I feel like this season was a good start for us to start, working past that. Like we had a great year this year, and hopefully we can build on that.
Yeah, and I think I like about the Toronto Raptors, you got a whole bunch of guys that are like 6'8". You guys are like all the same. That's the way the NBA is going. Like I think you guys kind of got that formula that everyone's looking for. You got Scotty Barnes, Pascal, OG, a lot of guys like that. So you guys feel pretty good going into this next season, right?
Yeah, for sure. I think we didn't get a lot of respect for winning that championship, but I think if you just pay attention to the NBA, I think there's a lot of teams trying to replicate some of the things that we have done that have been different, and I think this will be the same case. Like with the way that we're going with all of the same athletic long wing players, I think you'll see a lot of teams start to try to do that, and we're seeing that a little bit already. It's kind of I don't know, it's a copycat league, so you can't really say who started it or who did what, but everybody copycat the teams that win.
Yeah, absolutely, and position of the list basketball. I mean, all your guys, they can all handle the ball, they can all shoot. You know what I mean? And obviously, you are the thing I liked about you, which was I was surprised about when you weren't drafted. I was like, dude, he's like the prototype point guard. You can do everything that you want your point guard to do. Is that what you pride yourself, your game on, and being like a traditional point guard, and with now the added shooting?
Yeah, I think that's the weirdest part for me is that I always was kind of like a pass first, all around winning, play defense type of point guard, and then as time went on, I was able to showcase a little bit more of my scoring ability, which was kind of what I did first, and then as I started to win in high school and college, I just transitioned more to passing and things like that. But yeah, in the NBA, they pay you to score. They don't really, it's a lot of other stuff that they do, but to score the ball, that's valuable. And I think I've shown that I can do that at a high level.
Absolutely. Rockford's very own Fred VanVleet right here on the Let's Go show. 2019 NBA champion. Did you watch much of the finals, man? Do you watch a lot of basketball when in the offseason, or if you guys get out of the playoffs? Are you watching? Are you tuning in? Or how much are you paying attention?
Yeah, it depends on the series or the time of the year. First couple rounds, I'm not really changing my schedule to watch the games, but as the finals come closer and better series start happening, yeah, I was locked in. So I was watching Kyle with Miami, and then obviously watching the finals. So I was locked in.
Yeah, you know what it's like to guard Steph, man. What is it that makes him so good? Obviously, we know the shooting, but I always be like, man, it's got to be crazy trying to chase that guy around the court. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what is it about him that, as someone has guarded him in those big moments in the finals, what is the toughest thing about trying to defend him?
Well, it's two things. I think the first thing we can't overlook is this the best shooter to ever play the game.
Right.
And the game is to go put the ball in the hoop. He do that better than anybody that we ever seen. So I think that's first, and then second, he just don't stop moving. He don't stop moving. He's running he don't stop. He's never really standing out there too much. And then their whole team is based around him shooting it. So everybody is focused on him getting the basketball. That's hard to guard.
Man, that's crazy. You're a big Draymond. Draymond, a lot of people got a lot of things to say about Draymond, but he's like the perfect fit for that team. Like if I had Steph and Clay, I ain't worried about scoring either. I'm just trying to get them the ball.
Right. No, Draymond is one of them players that just he just out there to win. He just out there to win, and that's it. And y'all can make fun of him and how he play and all that, but He got 4 rings and a lot of money, so he's doing something right.
Do you listen to his podcast?
Yeah, I definitely tuned in. He's very entertaining.
Have you thought about doing any podcasts? Because I know you kind of stick. You get on social media every now and then, but you kind of just chilling, right?
Yeah.
You're not that big into it.
Yeah, not yet. I mean, maybe someday down the line, but I don't know. It's not my personality at this moment, but
Right.
I definitely feel like I could do it, but I'd rather just chill.
Yeah, there you go, man. You got to have some you time. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah,
you guys
sure.
are always on camera, and then you're always doing like your press conferences and all that stuff. So I understand it, bro. Big season coming up. Obviously, I think you got a player option this season. You can re-sign with the Raptors. You could test free agency. When do you start thinking about that stuff? Who do you lean on when you have to make those big decisions like that?
Yeah, well, it's coming up in a couple weeks. I think the negotiations can start soon, but some of the veterans in the league that I've learned from and can call and see how they maneuver their situations, and then some agents in the business is trying to see what the business is doing. But it's just this is more reported and more spotlight on it than it actually. It's not that big of a deal to me. Like, it's just it's one of those things. I just signed 2 years ago, and now I got a chance to sign some more. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. It'll take care of itself.
yeah, basically.
Right. It's something's gonna happen. We know that much. All right, Fred, if you don't mind, we got our midday host, KJ, in the midday. She wants to ask you a question real quick.
Hey, Fred.
Yep. What's up?
All right, so I'm going to just ask you what everybody's been talking about. How are you feeling about Drake's new album? Honestly, never mind.
Oh, I'm loving it.
You loving it? What's your favorite song on the album?
Probably Texas Go Green.
Oh, Texas Go Green. Okay.
Yeah, Texas Go Green. But I don't know. I mean, I like Drake, so I'm gonna like the album. I know everybody's talking about it, but I don't know. I like it.
Yeah, I'm definitely. Me and KJ, we're definitely vibing to the Drake album. The initial reaction to it was like, here's the thing. Drake, no matter what he does, people are gonna complain about it, right? Like,
yeah,
there's gonna be texts calling it mid no matter what. And he dropped this album, but now after the weekend, the sun's been out. I'm seeing a lot more people come around to it, but I definitely like it, man. It's a vibe, bro. We love the Drake album, and of course, Rockford loves our NBA champ, our NBA All-Star, Rockford's very own Fred VanVleet, bro. Thank you for checking in, man. We will see you this week for the FVV Fest. Kick it off with Bet on Yourself Bowling at Cherry Bowl. The Fred VanVleet Experience Friday at Auburn. Of course, summer camp at Auburn Saturday and Sunday. Anything else you want to let your hometown know out here in Rockford, bro?
Oh, man, it's just love for the city, man. I always do everything. Everything I do is for Rockford, so I'm glad to be back home, and I'll see everybody this weekend. All
right, Fred. Thank you very much, bro. Thank you for checking in. We appreciate it. Whenever you want to come on the show, man, you're always welcome. Whatever you need, we're here for you. Power 106 is here for you. Best of luck, bro. We'll see you this weekend.
Appreciate y'all.